Good morning. Ravi Prakash here. This is the continuation of my life story, part 4. So I got the job in Bharat Electronics. I had to join for duty. But where to stay? Fortunately, again, I knew for sure my cousin brother is working in Attibele, a border between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, as the postmaster. So that was the one and the only hope of me. And the previous day itself, I reached Attibele. I stayed with him. Next day morning, not by bus, by catching a lorry. The transportation between Chennai and Karnataka happens a lot through goods lorries. And one of the lorries, I got up and got down in MTR circle. From there again caught the BTS bus, reached somehow Jalhalli and the factory. Since it was day one, and I was allowed and I reported for duty without any hassle. So I have a point to make here. It is not only here. Throughout my life, even today, somewhere I see that pattern. What all of you, perhaps, or at least some of you, do very easily. To do the same thing, I have to put 10 times more energy. That is my pattern. It may be true for some of you. Look at that. Look at that. I know my pattern. All the more when Socrates says, unexamined life is not worth living. And if you start examining, you will come to know of all this. Do you know why this pattern? Because of the parental directive or the parental instructions as to the youngsters. When they were young, they will be told the do's and the don'ts. One such do's to me was if from the mother, father never gave me any instructions. And the mother was very, very clear in her instructions to me and had lot of hope on me. And her instruction was only hard work will pay you result. Work hard. In fact, if it is put in Kannada, it is better. ಕೈ ಕೆಸರಾದರೆ ಬಾಯಿ ಮೊಸರು ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟರೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಬರೋಕ್ಕಾಗೋದು ಅಂತ. If some of you who cannot follow, my English version is sufficient for you. So only when you work hard, only when you soil your hand, you will be able to get the result. So I used to soil, and that is a formula, like the way I have told in one of my earlier video clippings. When the mind takes things for its survival at the subconscious level in terms of formulas, it applies anywhere and everywhere. If you want to understand this better, go to my other video where I spoke of that lock, the gate lock being done different way by three people, and each of their version I have also quoted there. So friends, I joined Bharat Electronics. I was posted to MD Secretariat, a very important department, and I started acquainting with people. I'm basically a people person. It is not only me, usually anybody who comes from the background of rural background, struggling, that too a middle class or lower middle class persons, will have the first-hand knowledge about the importance of what it means to be maintaining a good relationship with others, how we need the others for our own benefit, and things like that. So that is how even today, if you see the village lads, or the people from the rural background are street smart. They can manage any situation easily, unlike totally a person who had his upbringing in a class one city like Bangalore. They lack common sense, is my regret. We will touch upon that as we go ahead in some other way. Okay. However, I was friendly. I came to know about people and we used to talk a lot and simultaneously work efficiently. Bosses liked my work. And in the bargain, as I told you, I was concerned about my mother and my brother who were staying alone in Mysore. Since my father has left the day I got my government of Karnataka job at Mysore, since he knew for sure I will take care of the family, he got him from himself free. I was not even knowing where exactly he is, so that I can tell him that I am now in Bangalore, not in Mysore. He was not even knowing where I was. That was the state of affairs. And my concern was my mother and my brother who were staying alone at Mysore. And that is how, within a matter of 1 month, I could just rent a house in Malleshwaram 11th Cross on a rent of rupees 70 per month. So, my next job was only to bring my mother and brother here. And that too has happened very soon in a matter of 1 year. I mean, less than 1 year after joining Bharat Electronics. I brought them and finally settled. My routine was set. Early morning, my shift was 8 to 4 p.m. And early morning around 7:15, I leave home, take the BL bus which comes to Malaysia from 11th class, and come back home by 4 p.m. And from there on, again, mother's parental instructions. That is to say, again, I'll tell in Kannada so that it makes better sense for those who understand Kannada, and I will translate that into English. ಅಪ್ಪನಂಗೆ ದಡ್ಡನಾಗಬೇಡ ತುಂಬ ಓದಿ ಬುದ್ಧಿವಂತನಾಗು was mother's instruction. That is, don't become a fool like your dad. Read a lot and come up in life. It may not be the right translation, but however, it means that way. So after 4 p.m., I'll come home from factory. Immediately I joined evening college, SJRC, Jagadguru Renukacharya Evening College of Commerce, Anandrao Circle, and joined PUC. I will stop here. Next part, I will be giving you in the next video. Thanks a lot.